What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Park Mazda. Today we're taking a look at our 2019 Ram 2500 Bighorn. This Bighorn has the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel straight 6 engine, your 6-speed automatic transmission. It's in this all white colorway. Tons of features on the exterior and interior. So we'll go take a look at the interior right now and see what's going on. So as we start on the driver door panel here, you're going to find a soft touch armrest, nice little fabric here for accenting. You do have your power windows, power locks, and power mirrors. You also do have the power folding mirror capability here as well, which is always very, very nice. So you do have those options. And then down below that, you have a little bit of storage, more storage in the door panel with 2 cup holders. And then moving over to the left-hand side here, you're going to find the power driver's seat with the lumbar support, and you're going to have that same dark gray upholstery that you see on the door panel throughout the whole Ram Bighorn. Nice white trimming. The interior does look very good, very premium interior, but as we get into the Bighorn, we can see what else is going on. So now we're inside the Ram here. You do have on the left-hand side of the steering column your automatic light control and fog light control with the dimmer switches, and you do get your power foot pedal adjustment here on the steering column. But moving over, we can push the push button start, and it does start up nice and easily. And on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, you're going to find your multimedia control. So you're going to have the multimedia on the back of here, as well as the directional pad, voice recognition, and answer and hang up on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, you're going to find your cruise control and then the gear limit and gear selector. And then you do have the volume rockers on the right-hand side and the skipping and keys on the left-hand side, my bad. But now moving to the screen above and using that directional pad, you can see you do have the normal speedometer with the fuel gauge there, and then you also have your DEF fluid standard on the RPM gauge. So that's very nice and easy to see where you're at with all the fluids. And then coming to the screen here on, it is customizable, so all corners, so you do have corners up, all 4 corners are customizable and changeable to your preference. But right now you can see the digital speedometer, you can see your vehicle info here, the fuel economy, your trip A and trip B. If you scroll over, your trailer braking there with your trailer tow menu, your multimedia, what's currently playing, different messages, if there's alerts or anything going on with the vehicle, it'll show there. And this is where you can customize the menus, so you can see how you can customize it, and you can change the left and right sides here as well. You can change where the odometer is at. You actually have lots of options to be able to change and customize that Ram screen, which is very nice to be able to make it accessible for you and what you're going to use and what you need to see the most. But moving over to the infotainment, right above the infotainment, you're actually going to find a little 12-volt up there and a little deep storage compartment. So that's always nice to have a little extra storage. You do have the Ram badging right there. But moving down to the touch screen, you do have the Uconnect screen. Uconnect has done very well, works really well. It's modular and you can customize it. On the radio here, you do have your AM, FM, and Sirius XM. You're going to find your multimedia with your USBs, Bluetooth, and auxiliaries. You do have climate control through the screen here as well, so you can change the climate control very easily through the screen, but you do have physical dials, which is always nice to have. You can also turn on your heated seats at high, low, and medium setting for the driver and passenger, as well as you can turn on the heated steering wheel, and the steering wheel is leather wrapped. You can turn on and off the mirror dimming for the rear view mirror, and then you can quickly access the backup camera, and you look how clear that backup camera is, nice HD, and you do have the guidance lines there. So you do have that, which is very nice. Into the apps, you're going to find all the apps that you can put down on the bottom bar. So if you do like using the compass, you can switch it out for whatever you don't want, but you can make it your own, and if you use your heated seat more than the other one, then you can just have your heated seat on the bottom here as well. So you just hold it kind of like you would with an iPhone or a phone to be able to turn it on. So you can see here, and they actually do show you the different levels of heated seats as well. So that is very nice, and it's nice that you do have the customizability for this screen. And in the settings here, you can also change the way it looks. But up into the settings here, you do have your different safety and driving assistance here. So you do have the front and rear park sense. You can change the volume. You can have a backup camera delay, active park with guidance lines, fixed backup camera lines, as well as hill start assist. So that's always very nice. And then moving down over to the physical buttons here, you're going to find your volume rocker, mute, screen off, and tune control right beside the traction control there. You have the physical buttons for the heated seats as well. You have the climate control here, and then it also shows right there that at the top of the screen for the dual zone climate control. You have your auto and sync air. You have the mode selector where you can just tap and change very easily, and then your fan speed adjustment. I like how compact this climate control is. It's simple, easy to use, and it gets the job done. Moving below that, you're going to find your trailer braking here, your exhaust brake, as well as your tow haul, then your front and rear parking sensors quickly on and off. So if you are hauling a trailer, you can quickly turn off the rear parking sensors to make sure it's not going to always be beeping at you the whole drive. Below that, you have your USB outlets 1 and 2. So Ram actually did USB-C and A for both the 1 and 2. So you do have that, so you do have two different connection points there. Your auxiliary here as well, and so both those work with the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Below that, you actually do have a little phone holder with the cord pass-through. Very nice to be able to slip your phone somewhere while it's out of the way when you're using your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or just having connected to Bluetooth. You have a full household outlet down here as well, which is nice to keep things charged up. Lots of storage down here, hidden storage under here as well. The cup holder is on a slider, so as we open up this, you can open up the whole center console here. And with the center console, you do have a little bit of storage here as well. You can actually remove this if you don't want that and take it out to clean it, which is nice. Back here, you're going to have even more storage, and then it also has a little area where you can block it off so things won't roll around and you kind of separate everything. They have a max fill line, so this can still slide, and then you have access to the front. So you have lots of storage there, but it doesn't end there when you can open up the center console here and get into more storage. So you even have more storage there and another USB. So we're at 3 USBs for charging. 2 of them are able for multimedia and connections. So that USB is just for charging and whatnot. But as we move up here, you can see the Bighorn badging on the dash there, and this actually opens up and gives you a little hidden compartment. Very cool. It's very sleek. So as you can see, that button is kind of hides and then it just opens up. So that's nice. You got even more storage there. Of course, you have the classic glove compartment as well. You have the auto dimming rear view mirror. It is a frameless mirror and it does look really, really nice, as you can see. And then up top here, you're going to find your vent controls, tilting and sliding, rear window controls here. So for the moonroof that you do get up top, you have that black headliner. You can close this as well to block the shade out. So you do have those options, door lights on and off, and then you have your 3 universal garage door openers up here. But that is going to wrap up the interior of the Ram Bighorn for the front. So let's go take a look at the exterior and see what features and options it's got going on out there. So on the exterior of the Bighorn here, you have the Ram badge on the side, the Cummins turbo diesel badging, this really nice 2500 heavy duty badge, and it did keep the colors the same, nice chrome, black, and red accenting throughout here. You do have the bright LED front headlights and fog lights down below. You do have your front parking sensors up here as well, as you can see right there. Front tow hooks, all black front grille with that chrome accenting the front end of the Rams. Do look really, really nice. As we work our way to the side here, you can see the nice accenting of the body lines. You do have the wheel fender flares here as well. Makes it a little bit more muscular, gives a more muscular look to the Ram. And moving down to the rim here, you're going to find your Ram wheels on your snow tires there, winter tires, and then you're going to have the Ram badging along the side here as well. Your tube running boards, and then with the mirrors, they do fold in, but they also have the tow mirror capability, so you can lift those up to get you a little bit more viewing angles for towing. So that's very, very nice there. And they do just fold back down. You do have the windowsills painted the body color, so it does go really well. You do have that rear window tint, and then coming to the back here, you're going to find the sport badging on the back, as well as you do have your little steps here. So you do have these little steps that you can pull out and get a little bit easier access to up into the back. You're gonna have the Bighorn badging in the back here, your trailer hitch connection, trailer braking connection, as well as the rear parking sensors are actually kind of hidden. They're not in the actual rear bumper. It's in this plastic piece, which is really nice. But as we open up the tailgate here, you do have your spray and box liner. Spray and box liner is in great condition. You do have that fifth wheel hitch connection point there, or gooseneck, not 100% sure, but you do have that connection there as well. You do have the box liner is by Armaguard, and so that's very, very nice. You do have the different hooks here as well for strapping points, which is always good to have. But let's go take a look at the key, because you do have the OEM remote starter on the key here, on the keyless key, so you can lock and double tap the remote start button. Starts right up. It is really quiet for a diesel, and that's really nice actually. It's not super loud, but it does have a nice exhaust note to it. But let's go take a look at the rear seats and see what's going on back there. So on the rear door panel here, you're going to have that same design that you do in the front. Soft touch armrest, power window control, storage in the door panel here, of course. You do have your WeatherTech mats in the front, as well as the full WeatherTech mat for the rear. The WeatherTech mats are great, nice and easy to clean. Keep the fore and the liner protected. You have that same cloth upholstery in the rear here with a nice dark gray. The rear center armrest does fold down here and gives you 2 cup holders. Of course, it folds up and gives you that third seat. If you do have 3 passengers, you still have 2 cup holders there and 2 cup holders up here on the center console. You do have your rear air vents back here. This is your 3rd USB for the multimedia, so you can actually have the rear passengers play music from the back, which is very nice. Another USB here for charging. You have a little bit of storage there. Another household outlet in the back here as well, and that is always nice. And you actually do have a little bit of foot room here, so under the center console, which is nice that they thought about that as well. The seats do fold up into a 60-40 split, so on the 60 side, you're gonna find your storage down below here. It does also have storage under the 40 side. This has a locking mechanism to make sure it doesn't flap around, but this can be folded out here, so you can actually fold these little legs up just like that. And if drop this down, this gives you a nice flat surface for the rear. So if you are hauling groceries or whatnot in the back here, if you have a box, you have a flat surface to lay it on very efficiently and quickly with option, which is nice. And then you can always have storage under here for strap back. So the mats also do have the clip on from the WeatherTech. So WeatherTech has designed them specifically for this Ram. You can fold them up here and get into the Ram box. You'd have a Ram box on both sides. This is actually removable as well, so you can actually take this out, clean it, and then you're good to go. So straps, tools, safety kit, anything you need in the back there, you're gonna have the storage for it, and it's not going to be rolling around and interrupting the rear passenger. So that is always nice. And then you can just fold the seats down nice and easily in the back here with one hand. So that is going to wrap up the quick overview of the Ram 2500 Bighorn. If you do have more questions about this Ram, you can visit parkmazda.ca. And at that time, you can find out all the information about this Ram, as well as book this vehicle for a qualified test drive. And with a qualified test drive, you can earn a $25 Visa gift card. So we hope to see you guys soon, and have a great rest of your day.